Didn't even ask me what I wanted. You made dumb assumptions, clearly not your forte.
Hello everyone, we are here again to continue the report last time. Last time we studied about what is ecology and discussed the connected for this lesson. Now, let's move on for second topic. The second is, what is ecosystem interaction? Ecosystem is defined by the interaction between the living things and non-living things in any given area. There are two classifications of ecosystem interaction, the habitat and niche. The first classification is habitat. Habitat summarizes the array of resources, physical and biotic factors that represent an area, such as support and survival, the reproduction of a particular species. Sa madaling paliwanag, ang habitat ay ang mga tinitiran ng mga nabubuhay dito sa mundo. The second classification is niche. Niche describe the role of organism play, community, or environment. Actually, there are two classification of interaction. The first is ecosystem interaction and the second is community interaction. And now, let's move on the ecosystem interaction. Community interaction consists of the population of different species that live in the same area in interaction with one another. The first is competition, a biological interaction between two or more organisms of the same or different species or two organisms with the same food. Ito yung magkaibang hayop o yung magkaibang hayop na pareho na kinakain. Prepedition. Prepedition, where one of the species kill and feed on the others. Ang dahil nito yung Spider-Man na ang kinakain nila is yung kapwa spider nila, hindi sila nakakakain ng ibang foods. And the last is symbiosis, which two species live together. Ito yung magkaibang hayop pero nabubuhay ng magkasama.
The three types of symbiosis. Commensalism is a type of relationship where one of the organisms benefits greatly from the symbiosis. The other is not helped, but it is not harmed or damaged from the relationship. In other words, this is one-sided symbiotic relationship. Ang commensalism daw ay isang uri daw ng relationship kung saan nag-greatly benefit ang isang organism sa symbiosis. Ito din daw ay hindi nakakatulong at hindi rin nakakasira o nakakasakit. Sa madaling sabi, ito ay isang one-sided symbiotic relationship. Parasitism is when one organism benefits from the relationship but at the expense of the other. The organism may live inside the other body on the surface. Parasitism daw ay isang uri ng relationship kung saan ang isang parasite o yung isang organism ay nasa loob ng isa pang organism. Kagaya ng mga parasites, hindi ito mabubuhay or umaasa ito sa katawan na may katawan. Ito ay kanilang sinisira upang maging pagkain upang mabuhay. Sa madaling sabi, ang mutualism daw ay isang uri ng relationship kung saan ang both parties ay nagbe-benefit. Kumbaga, umaasa sila sa isa't isa upang mabuhay o mag-survive. Madalas daw ang ganitong uri ng relationship ay long-lasting. Food chain and food web. Ang food chain daw ay isang diagram na nagpapakita ng paglipat o pagsalin-salin ng mga energy mula sa isang organism papunta sa isang organism mula sa pagkain dito. Ang food web daw ay isang natural interconnection ng food chain at graphical representation ng kung ano ang kinakain ng organism at kung ano ang nasa ecological community. Sa madaling sabi, ito ay interacting of food chain in ecological community. Classification of animals according to their diet. Carnivores are those that feed with meats. Example, lion, tiger, snake, sharks, etc. Ang carnivores daw ay isang uri ng mga organism or mga hayop na kumakain ng laman o ng karne, kagaya ng leon, tigre, at ng iba pa. Herbivores are plant eaters like cow, horse, goat, panda, etc. Omnivores are animals that include both meats and plants on their diet. Example, humans. Omnivores daw ay ang mga organism na kumakain ng parehong karne at mga halaman, kagaya ng mga tao.
Classification of living things. In science, the practice of classifying organisms is called taxonomy. Taxis means arrangement and nomos means method. The modern taxonomic system was developed by the Swedish botanist Carolus Linnaeus 1707 to 1788. He used a sample of physical characteristics of organisms to identify and differentiate between different species, and is based around a genetic. Linnaeus developed a hierarchy of group of taxonomy to distinguish different level of similarity. Each classifying group called taxon. Taxa is subdivided to other group. To remember the other, it is helpful to use a mnemonic device. Archaea. Archaea bacteria consists of bacteria which live in extreme environment. That kingdom Archaea belong to this domain. Archaebacteria is pangkat ng mga mikroorganismo. Tinuturing na isang sinaunang anyo ng buhay na usbong sa matinding kapaligiran. Eubacteria consists of more typical bacteria found of everyday life. The kingdom Eubacteria belong to this domain. Some example of Eubacteria are Cyanobacteria, Nostocanevena, Salmonella, Lactobacillus, E. coli, etc. Eukaryote encompasses most of the world visible living things. The kingdom Protists, fungi, plantae, and animalia fall under this category. Fungi, plantae, and animalia are placed in the domain Eukarya. The largest molecular difference between the majority of prokaryotes in the kingdom of Monera and the Archaebacteria warrants a separation based on categories of the level of kingdom.
Animalia constitutes all animals. Amongst the 5 kingdoms, the largest kingdom is the animal kingdom. Animal are multicellular eukaryotes. However, like plants, they do not possess chlorophyll or a cell wall. Ang animalia daw or animal kingdom ay ang pinakamalaki sa lahat ng kingdom. Ito daw ay binubuo ng lahat ng uri ng hayop. Plantae includes organisms that range in size from tiny mosses to giant trees. Despite this enormous variation, all plants are multicellular and eukaryotic. Example, each cell possesses a membrane-bound nucleus that contains the chromosomes. Plantae. Ang plantae daw ay ang uri ng mga organism na nagsisimula sa buto hanggang lumaki sa malaking puno. Ang protists daw ay inintroduce ang German biologist Ernst Haeckel noong 1866 to classify the microorganism which is plants or animals. Mahirap daw itong maintindihan dahil sa pagkakapareho ng genetics nito sa parehong halaman at mga hayop. Fungi are organisms which obtain food-absorbing materials in their bodies. Mushrooms and molds belong in this kingdom. Ang fungi daw ay nagko-contain ng food-absorbing materials sa kanilang katawan. gaya ng mga mushroom at molds. Dati daw silang part ng plant kingdom, ngunit nakare-categorize dahil di sila nagko-contain ng photosynthesis na endemic sa mga plants. Bacteria made up of small cells, which differ in appearance from organism. In the above kingdoms, they lack of nucleus in cell organelles. They have cell walls made of peptidoglycan. Ang eubacteria daw ay made up of small cells. Meron daw silang cell walls na kung tawagin ay peptidoglycan.
The 9 major. The first is Phylum Porifera. Only a few found in fresh water. They are either radially symmetrical or asymmetrical. Their body usually cylindrical. Approximately 10,000 species. Phylum Cnidaria. The phylum Cnidaria, approximately 11,000 species, aquatic invertebrate animals found both freshwater and marine environment. Cnidaria are radically symmetrical. There is carry out extracellular digestion. Phylum Platyhelminths. The phylum Platyhelminths, the flatworm of platyhelminths, are the phylum of relatively simple, biliary, unsegmented, soft body. It is approximately 25,000 species. Phylum Nematoda, approximately 8,000 species. Ito ay pabilog na bulate o roundworm with plant parasitic nematoda, also known as eelworm. They are diverse animals of phylum inhabitat a broad range of environment. Phylum Annelida have a long body that have segment provided externally by the shallow ring. Body symmetry, approximately 17,000 species. That is Phylum Annelida. The phylum Mollusca. Second large of phylum invertebrate animals. Around 85,000 exact species of mollusca are recognizing. All have soft body and body symmetry. Phylum Echinodermata. They have star-like appearance and are the symmetrical and elonginate duels at the bottom of the ocean, approximately 17,000 species. Phylum Arthropoda. Approximately 3,700,000 species. Animals having a skeletal, a segment body, and paired joint appendages and specialized. And the last is Phylum Chordata. Approximately 13,700. Has internal skeletal rod, complete digestive system, a ventral heart, closed blood system, and thoughts. Ang example nito ay ang mga tao o mga animals o uri ng hayop na may kumpletong katawan gaya ng isang human o tao.
Class Agnatha, which are the lampists that do not have jaws or L-shape. Prey on fish have a larva forms which are different from the adult. This is the early species had a heavy bone scale and plates in their skin, but these are not pretending in living species. Class Amphibia are frogs, newts, and salamander. They were the first land vertebrates. Amphibians are tauthermic tetrapods, vertebrates of the class Amphibia. All living amphibians belong to the group. These amphibia, they inhabit a wide variety of habitats, with the most species living within terrestrial, coastal, rural, freshwater, aquatic ecosystem. Glass alps. This bird, a key characteristic of bird is that they are feathers bird, are warm-blooded. Bird vision is the best of all vertebrates, sparing hawks and spot small mice scrambling through the grass and field far below them. They have well-developed flight muscles that help during the flight. Their hind limbs are adapted for walking, hopping, horsing, grasping, wading, and swimming. Glass standard limbs, which include shark and rays. They have a cartilage skeleton. They are not buoyant like other fish, so must swim or sink. They are not cold, not tone, blended. Class Mammalia. Stocky mammals. A characteristic of mammals are the presence of fan hair and mammary glands derived from modified sweat glands, which produce milk for the young mammals are warm-blooded. Mammals are divided into three groups: monotremes, marsupial, and placentals. Class Astyactis. The bony fish. This is the most numerous of all vertebrate classes. They are cold-blooded. Their use control buoyancy. Thus, unlike the shark, bony fish can hold still at any depth, so not sink. Most fish we eat are in the class salmon, cod, turtle, etc.
And that is our lesson or report for today. Once again, I am Joshua Limos from BSE 2C.
Franco Nayangel from BSE 2C.
Livsor Gula from BSCE 2C.